Hello and welcome to today's Talk of the Town. I'm Sandy Benson. RGCommunications specializes in helping businesses, government, organizations, nonprofits, and others to identify audiences and develop written strategic communication documents. Joining us now, Randy Gaddo, President, shares his most recent Journalism Award. Congratulations, Randy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What an honor.
Yes, it is.
So let's talk a little bit about yourself, your background, and then, of course, the award.
Okay, well, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely.
I'm a retired Marine. I was a combat correspondent as an enlisted Marine and then a public affairs officer for 20 years. And then I retired from that and went into public administration. I was the director of Parks, Recreation, Library, and special events in Peachtree City, Georgia for another 15 years. And then in 2011, I formed my own business, RGCommunications. And I focused on photojournalism because that was my background. But writing forms the crux of what I do. So when we knew we were going to move down here, and we moved here about a year ago to Beaufort, and when I started looking at the place, I wanted to obviously say, what are the Marines doing down there? So I found out that one of the squadrons here at the Marine Corps Station Beaufort was in Eglin Air Force Base, operating a very, very unique way of bringing the new F-35B Lightning II Joint Strike Fighter into the Marine Corps. So I found out more about it, and I petitioned the editor of Leatherneck magazine, for whom I am a contributing editor. Gave him the idea, he liked it. So I went down to Eglin and found that these guys were doing some amazing things down there. They were literally writing the book on how this new F-35B was going to be brought into the Marine Corps. Wow. They were doing it differently than normal because of the way the aircraft is being brought in. So they were literally given a blank sheet of paper and said, you guys are the experts. They were all hand-picked, a whole squadron of hand-picked Marines. You know aircraft, you know Marine Corps aviation. Tell us how we should bring this aircraft and operate it for the next 30 or 40 years in the Marine Corps. So that's what they did, and I did an article about it. Wrote it up, sent it in to Leatherneck. A couple months later, I got an email from the editor of Leatherneck, and he said, I think you ought to submit some things for this Marine Corps Heritage Foundation Writing Award competition. So I did, and kind of forgot about it. And then about 2 months later, I got an email from them, and they let me know that I had won the Aviation Writing Award, the General Roy S. Geiger Aviation Writing Award for that article. Yeah, so.
Wow, that's an amazing story. And Leatherneck, this is what type of publication is it?
Leatherneck is the Marine Corps Association and Foundation, which has been around for 100 years. That's their magazine. It's the magazine of the Marines. It's been around since 1913. And it is a magazine that tells about what Marines are doing now, and historically what they've been doing, and what we're going to be doing in the future. So this article sort of captured all three of those because it happened to be that it was the 100th year of Marine Corps aviation history. Wow. Aviation had been around for 100 years. In the Marine Corps, and when I did this article, of course, the F-35 is now the aircraft it's just as we're speaking here, coming into the inventory, and will take us out another 30 or 40 years. So,
wow. So timing was really
timing was good.
Perfect.
Timing was good. Timing is everything.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, let's talk quickly. We have only a short time left, but the RGCommunications that you started, why did you start that?
I started that because I wanted to transition into what I knew very well, and that is writing, the written word. And so I started RGCommunications, focused on the journalism for the first couple of years, and then when we moved here about a year ago to Beaufort, I want to refocus and expand and go out and help groups, organizations, individuals, nonprofits, governmental organizations to sort of coalesce their thoughts and plans and dreams and hopes and get it into a written form that can then be delivered to an audience or audiences. A lot of people have good hopes and thoughts,
but they don't, without that perfect submission.
They don't know how to put it down on paper and then use it as a tool to further their goals. So that's what I've joined the Chamber of Commerce in Beaufort, and I've gone to them for help to try to identify
Who needs help?
who might need that sort of help.
Yeah.
And so I'm in the
Randy,
process
thank
of
you
that.
so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Excited to have you on, and thank you
Appreciate
for
it.
the information.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And we'll be right back with Talk of the Town.